In this video, we're going to butt two pieces of cloth together. You start with two pieces of cloth with a finished or edge, or an edge that's not going to ravel. In this case, I'm using the selvages. It could be that you had already hemmed each side, or it could be that you have fulled cloth that is not going to unravel. And so you can lay it just up against each other and sew in between it. You could sew in between it in several different patterns. One pattern would be essentially a figure 8, where I go up on one and down on the other, back and forth, almost like a shoelace, right? And I'm just going to catch the edge there. And I'm going to tuck under and catch the edge of the other side, back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth. The distinguishing characteristic of a butted stitch is that the two pieces of cloth do not overlap. There's no ridge. They lay flat. And if you are sewing with the same color of thread as your cloth, which I am not doing right this minute, it sort of disappears. You can have a join that you essentially cannot see, often done on fulled cloth in that way. So that's one way you could do it. The other way you might do it would be just like a whip. If you leave it loose enough, you will be able to pull the cloth apart and lay it back down side by side. And you'd want to do this really tiny. But it's another way to butt two pieces of cloth together. I'm just going to kind of whip around there. But leave it loose enough that I can then pull it apart and lay it down flat side by side, which is the purpose. Okay, so I don't pull it really tight, so I can lay it down side by side like that. So you can up and down it, you can whip it, as long as it's not overlapping and does not create a bump or a roll. In period, I've used this, for example, two hemmed pieces, and I want them to lay flat, so they're hemmed and then butted, and that is an example on a cap of that being used to put the caul and the headpiece together.